Hi, I'm Chris Burgess with Premier Guitar, and we're at Godlyke. We're trying to check out some new stuff here. I'm with Kevin Bolenbach from Godlyke and Paula Schultz from NAMM. So, how you guys doing?
Good.
Good.
Thanks for doing fine. Yes, thank you.
So I guess Godlyke is distributing for NAMM.
Yeah, we're the North American distributors for several different boutique effect lines, Maxon, Guyatone,
Yeah.
NAMM Electronic, of course, and Chunk Systems bass effects from Australia, and How hand-built effects from Japan. We also
You guys
do
are worldwide.
Yeah, we do a lot of different stuff, and we also do the Godlyke Power All digital power supply for effects. And we got a bunch of new stuff to show you at the show, and I'm going to start it off with Pale going through the new NAMM models for you.
All right, cool. So show us what you got here.
Yeah, we'll start from the top and go down to the bottom.
Okay.
The first one is a discombobulator. Fun word, but it's actually an Ottawa. The good thing about it is it's really fast, really musical. We have a lot of bass players using it and a lot of guitarists using it. You can use it, some use it as a regular wah effect, others use it as more like a synth sort of effect.
Okay.
In combination with other pedals, it sounds absolutely beautiful. Then we have the transmogrifier, which is actually a compressor pedal. And that works fine as a compressor. The good thing about this one is it has a wide range. It can be really subtle, but it can also almost over compress your stuff. So you have a wide range of, wide range where you can use it in. So you can have it applied for country music, for picking and finger picking, all that. So it's a nice pedal. This one is really special. This is it can act as a booster, but it can also act as a kind of amp-like thing that completely breaks up your tone.
Some rotten speaker ready.
Yeah, exactly. Like an old, if you pull out a tube from an old amp and you get this breakup. But you can turn it up so it'll actually be more subtle and more useful. So you can get a really old school blues kind of sound.
Cool.
And this is our new baby, which we really, really like. It's called the Stink Bug. It's the overdrive pedal, great for blues. Nice and fat, and you can actually, if you don't want it fat, you just turn down the lows and turn up the highs, and you get into the, I'll just turn that on.
Sure.
Doing this makes it sound more like an old school MIDI sort of distortion, but I like the fat version. The fat setting is great for like Stevie Ray Vaughan kind of. So you get a really fat sound, and that's really nice. This one, actually Mike Miller from Chick Corea uses this one, has used it exclusively, the Reese Fratsets.
You guys have the best names.
Yeah, you might not remember it, but if you say something that resembles it, people know what it is. Yeah, and that is also a distortion pedal that acts up a bit like an amp. The good thing about it is you have a bias knob. The bias knob makes it either hard and really up your face, but you can turn it down. So it's a bit softer and it more resembles like a softer tone. So we have jazz players and fusion players, and even the producer from Judas Priest uses it. So we have a wide range of use for this pedal. And then at the end, the metal pedal, the pistejavret, which means thingy-majingy in Danish. So that's a really heavy pedal.
Like the LED here.
It's a really heavy pedal, and it's basically, this is a prototype, but we're coming out with it real soon, like in February. And if you turn down the mids, you get more like a Pantera kind of scoop, and if you turn it up, you get more like a modern sort of new metal. We really worked really hard on getting that one right for the metal people. They pick really fast, and you need a pedal that stops when they stop. Don't go whoom. We have to really, so it's a really tight pedal for metal. We had a great response on it, and we're going to sell a lot of these pedals.
Yeah, so some of the new things we have at NAMM this year, the Guyatone Mighty Micro models. These are updated versions of the old Guyatone Micro series, which we're going to be slowly phasing out. And they feature a bunch of improvements, including a new chassis design with a top-mounted battery compartment, true bypass switching, and some new additional controls that weren't on the older models. So they're very small and compact, but they pack a pretty powerful punch. Some unique things, for example, the Micro Chorus has 3 selectable waveforms, sine, triangle, and square, which gives a very unique kind of vibrato type chorus effect. And we're going to let Trevor demo it for you and see what it sounds like.
So first I'll show you a standard chorus sound with a regular sine wave. You can blend in as much clean sound as you like, and then the effect level. Now here's a triangle wave, which is a very unique setting for a chorus. Usually you only have the sine wave option. And here's a square wave, which gives you a tremolo-like chop. So that's a very, very versatile chorus, and you also have a level control, which I like very much, where you never have to worry about stepping on a pedal and having any volume drop. The delay has a built-in roll-off that you have control over, so you can make it dark and analog sounding. That's with no roll-off, and this is with the roll-off completely taking away the treble. So it's 2.6 milliseconds, which is quite a lot of delay time for something so small. It also has level control, so you don't have to worry about losing volume. The compressor is one of my favorites in this new line, because a lot of compressors you step on and your tone gets very dark. It throws away your high end. This one you have total control over it, because you can either have a dark compressor setting, that's with it on, that's with it off, or you can have the regular sound where you don't really lose anything. Or you can turn it on the first mode there, which is even brighter. A lot of sparkle on that, and you can also, there's an attenuator for the input level, where you can match for single coils versus humbuckers. Level control, it's got a lot of attack if you want, or I'll take off the attack and just have the sustain crank. Here's the hot drive, which is an overdrive pedal. Again, you can adjust the input sensitivity, and it's got a really nice throatiness.
Okay. This year, we're very proud to introduce our own brand of effects called TWA, Totally Wicked Audio. And the flagship model in the TWA line is the Little Dipper, which is an envelope-controlled formant filter, which basically reproduces the vowel sounds of human speech. And using this, you can get all kinds of really cool swept filter, slow phase, or talk box type effects with your guitar without having to use any type of mouth tube or any other external device. So I'm going to let Trevor demo it for you and let you hear what it sounds like.
So there's 4 different modes on this. I'll go through each mode individually. Then you have your sensitivity control, and diffraction here is actually a fuzz, but it's not your typical fuzz because it's only introduced on the envelope sound, so it just adds a bit of growl to the tone. So I'll take the fuzz off initially. Very vocal. Here's with the diffraction on, or the fuzz. Here, that was on the humbucker. That's on the single coil. Now I can back it off and get more traditional sounds as well. guitar's out of tune.
Yeah.
Anyways, you see the 4 voices, and the controls all interact with each other to give you extra sound sort of in between. So once you play around with it, you realize just how deep this box is.
It's very cool looking, very cool sounding. So what can you tell us about availability on this?
Yeah, we're looking to ship the first run of Little Dippers sometime around late March or early April, and it's going to be very limited production to start, so get them when you can.
All right, and people want to find out more about you guys on the web?
www.godlyke.com, Godlyke.
Thanks, Kevin.
All right, thanks, Chris.
I'm Chris Burgess. You're watching PremierGuitar.com.